Your vision. What is your vision? Your vision is your power source. Vision gives you power. It's the fuel in your dream tank. Your vision is your dream in work clothes. Out of a vision comes a mission. Your mission is how you're going to accomplish your vision. My question to you is this: are you on a mission? See, there's 5 kinds of people in the world. There are people with no vision. They have no restraint, no boundaries. They're just running wild. They don't have any goals, no discipline, no value system. And usually as time goes by in a person's life with no vision, they become very frustrated people. Have you ever seen people that are frustrated? They even have a frustrated look on their faces. It's the frustrated look and the frustrated talk. They're bored. They watch a lot of TV. That's what bored people do, is they watch TV. And they have if only thinking. If only I'd done this. If only I'd done that. They have a lot of regrets, in other words. Helen Keller made a statement one time. What's worse than no sight is sight with no vision. The second kind of person is a person with safe vision. They don't want to be disappointed. They don't want to be let down. No-shows kind of disturb them a little bit. Guys, this business is built on no-shows. That's how you build a business. How are you going to go 75? How are you going to go cute? How are you going to go diamond if you don't have any no-shows? These people sitting over here, the Fairchilds and the Bobby and Jean Britts, and the Bobby and Priscilla Harrises, and the G.W. and Edna Kings, and the Kent and Jackie Allens, they've had more no-shows than you've had, and that's why they're sitting over here. The only difference between us and you is we've had more people tell us no than you have. The road to diamond is paved with failure. It's paved with no's. People with safe vision have a fear of failure. They fear failure. The thought of even failing just paralyzes them. They don't want any responsibilities or to be accountable to anything or anybody. Safe vision. They have a tremendous fear of criticism and what will people think. You know, when I got my vision in this business, I didn't care what people thought. The only people I cared about what they thought was Bill Britt and Paul Miller. I didn't care what anybody else thought. How about you? People who are visionaries in the beginning look like weirdos. In the end, they're heroes. Tony and Alice are heroes. All these leaders are heroes. The third kind of a person is the person that has the wrong vision. They think the rewards ain't worth the price. It ain't worth it. They make 2 phone calls, show a plan, talk to one person, get criticized. Oh, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. And they're the ones that'll tell you you can't do it. Let me tell you something. Is freedom worth it? Is waking up in the morning with your spouse, cooking breakfast at 9:30 in the morning, right, Alice? Having your golden time in the morning with your spouse? Is standing up on a stage and having your kids sit out there and know that you've done something special and your kids and your grandkids hear the applause? That's worth it, folks. Having kids that ain't whiners is worth it. The fourth kind of person is a person with an unclear vision. They lack passion. They just kind of drift. They go from day to day and week to week and month to month and year to year with no passion, no enthusiasm, no excitement, no energy. Here's an old saying. If you don't know where you're going, you're not going to like where you wind up. Question. How are you going to keep your passion? Have you got passion? What do you got to do to get some passion or to keep your passion? Keep a clear vision. Guys, this weekend, get with your wife. Sit down and talk about what your vision is for your and your family's and your kids' future. And I'm not just talking about the next 2 to 5 years. I'm talking about the next 30 years. A real long-term vision. The fifth kind of person is the person with a passionate vision. That's Paul and Leslie Miller. That's Bill and Peggy Britt. That's Angelo and Claudia Nardoni. That's Al and Mary Ann Frattantuno. That's Valerie and Nadia. That's the Duluths. That's the people you've heard speak up here tonight. They have a passionate vision. They have a purpose for being here. Are you just here, or do you have a purpose for being here? They are committed to live a life of significance. And every day they want to do something significant. They think, I can be tomorrow what I'm not today. I'm going to close with a story. It's a story of Michelangelo. And everybody knows Michelangelo painted the Sistine Chapel, and one of the greatest artists in the world. And he was also one of the greatest sculptors in the world. And hundreds of years ago, Michelangelo was commissioned by a very wealthy, powerful family in Florence, Italy, the Medici family, to sculpt a statue for the main square in downtown Florence, Italy. So for 2 years, Michelangelo searched and searched and searched for the right slab of stone that he could carve out this statue that he had in mind. And finally one day, Michelangelo was walking down a side street in Florence, and he happened to notice a huge slab of marble that had been covered over with dirt and grown over with grass, and it was sitting on some old wooden pilings, and it had been there for years. It had been brought down from the mountains by some workmen years before, and it had just been left there on this side street. So Michelangelo started looking at this slab of marble. He'd never seen this slab of marble before, so he started to walk around it and look at it and size it up. And he envisioned the statue of David in that slab of marble. He got some workmen to haul the marble back to his studio. And for 2 years, Michelangelo carved and carved and carved. For 2 years, he carved this chiseled, hammered, this stone slab. And once he got it chiseled out, he spent another 2 years polishing it, sanding it, until it was complete. And when they unveiled the statue in the square in Florence, Italy, thousands of people from all over Italy came. And when it was unveiled, you could hear thousands of breaths that were taken. And people just stood in awe as they looked at this incredible, beautiful statue that Michelangelo had spent years working on. Michelangelo was immediately recognized as the greatest sculptor of all time. Even to this day, Michelangelo is the greatest. Afterwards, when asked, Michelangelo, how were you able to create such a masterpiece out of nothing but a slab of marble? Michelangelo replied. He said, I saw the David in the marble. My job was to remove everything that wasn't the David. You see, folks, you're like that masterpiece. You're enclosed in marble. The marble that envelops you, that enveloped me when I got into business, that I was frozen in, was the marble of small thinking, small dreams, no vision, no discipline, no commitment to anything. When you walk out of here this weekend, you can shed all that excess marble and be that masterpiece and go out and serve people. Because this is the greatest vehicle that you could possibly have in your hands. 2011 is going to be the year of free enterprise. It's going to be the year of the entrepreneur. Most financial experts today are saying the number one thing you need to do to help your family financially, yes, keep your job, but start some kind of a business that you can own because of so much uncertainty out there today. This is the greatest. Someone asked me one time, how do you get a dream? How do you get a vision? My answer was simple. You get around dreamers. Bill Britt is the master visionary, folks. He's going to be here tomorrow night. I hope you listen to every word that comes out of his mouth because he is the master. And he has grown a crop of leaders sitting over here, Tom and Estelle. I mean, I could go on and on and on with all these leaders. Bobby Britt kicked this thing off talking about a dream tonight. This is dream night. This is your function. Get yourself a mission statement. Write it down. Leave here this weekend with a big vision because, folks, get yourself a big dream, and when you walk out those doors on Sunday, you make your vision happen and get on a mission for America. God bless you, and we'll see you. Have a great weekend.